Yo, what up? My name's Rana, and we're gonna be playing Risk of Rain today. Um, this is my very first YouTube video, and I hope you bear with me and continue to watch me grow because this may not be the greatest thing you've ever seen in your life, but I will continue to make things better from y'all's suggestion. Um, let's just go ahead and address the fact that I am from North Carolina and I do have a slight accent, so ain't will be said, y'all will be said. So if any of y'all, exactly right there, if any of you have issues with that, I'll try my best to keep it to a minimum, but it's going to be hard because it's so common for me to say. And I'm going to try to keep my accent as slight as possible because no one wants to hear someone from North Carolina, because some people may enjoy the accent, but most people don't. We sound like country rednecks to most people, so I'll try to keep it as minimal as possible. But if I get angry at the game, it may come out. Just a forewarning. So we're playing Risk of Rain today. Risk of Rain is a procedurally generated roguelite or roguelite game. The point of the game is the longer it progresses, the harder it gets. So you can see up in the top right hand corner you have a time limit, and under it says difficulty, and right now it's very easy because we're not very far into the game right now. We're only a minute into the game, but the longer it goes on, the harder it gets. So if you don't get a decent selection of items early on, the game can get very, very tricky. So what we're looking for is we're looking for some sort of self-sustainability in the form of healing. We're also looking for damage upgrades, and let's hope this goes well. If my first couple upgrades aren't that great, I may restart the game just so I can get a quality gameplay without having to worry about dying every couple seconds. But I'm going to try to avoid that. I want this to be as unedited as possible, so everyone can see how my gaming style is going to be. I don't want to tailor-made this for YouTube. I want this to be an unedited run. So hopefully everyone enjoys that. I am going to be playing roguelites similar to this on my channel. I'm going to be doing PS4 games. I don't have a capture card yet, but that's in the works if everyone enjoys what I do. I enjoy games such as Bloodborne. I've been playing that a lot recently, and I really enjoy the storyline. I've tried Dark Souls 2 before. I didn't really get into it because I rage quit really early into the game. I'm sure if I gave it another chance I would enjoy it a lot, but so far I haven't tried it again yet. What I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to try to get a video or a capture card. So if this goes well, then I can possibly go ahead and start recording that for y'all. Dark Souls 2, that is. I know there's a shit ton of them on YouTube already, but I think it might be nice to see a fresh spin on it from someone that's not like a super pro at it. It's going to be blind. I've never seen any gameplay of it other than the 2 or 3 minutes that I played it. So if anyone would be interested in that, just let me know, and I'll do my best to get the capture card in the works, and hopefully y'all will suggest some other games for me to play, because I'm always willing to find new games and enjoy them. So Risk of Rain, it can be quite challenging sometimes, depending on the upgrades you get. Like right now, we only have Bitterroot, which just increases my max health, which it's nice, kinda, but it's not the most effective for for what we're gonna need eventually. We're gonna need a bunch of damage upgrades, which hopefully we get by the end of this. Hopefully we get something good from the Magma Worm. It's kind of funny that Magma Worm was the first boss I got, because he's not my strongest boss to fight. Like, I'm not the most seasoned at Magma Worm. So I guess this is going to be a good one to start with. That way it's out of the way. Another game I enjoy playing on PC. I like old school roguelikes. So I like I don't know if anyone knows what it is, but it's called Tales of Maj'El. Basically, what it is it's pretty difficult. You start off and you get to choose your class and your race, and you go through, and it's completely turn-based. It's got a nice tile set, so it's not like if anyone knows what it is, NetHack. So it's all ASCII based, which is just it's just computer characters, like the @ sign is your character and stuff like that. Ooh, that's a good upgrade right there. So while I'm attacking, I have a chance to shoot a missile, which is very nice. Ooh, that's also good. Acrid glasses. So what do you guys enjoy seeing? What kind of games do you like seeing? Let me know in the comment section below, and as I say, I'll try my best to make it happen. Kind of just rambling now. What should I talk about? Oh, okay. Animals. Do y'all have any animals? I have a dog. Her name's Ruby. I'm a big Jeep person, so I named her after Rubicon Jeep, like R-U-B-I, not R-U-B-Y. And it's kind of funny about that because she's a blue heeler, and I named her Ruby, which is kind of counterintuitive, some people think. Some people have told me, well, why don't you call her Ruby? It's supposed to be a blue dog, so it should be like Sapphire or something. I was like, oh, it's not because she's blue or anything. It's because I enjoy Jeeps. Speaking of Jeeps, I have a Jeep tattoo, so one day I might do a face cam or something like that, but right now I need to worry about just the gameplay and the audio, so that's not a thing right now. I have a cat, Felix. He's a little shithead, but I love him. He's just chilling in the corner, sleeping right now, so he shouldn't be too much of a problem right now while I'm trying to play the game. Unless he gets hungry, then it'll be annoying as shit. Let's see. Hopefully the next floor has a pretty good spawn for the teleporter, because you want to try to progress through the game as fast as possible. That way everything doesn't get really hard on you. And as I said earlier, the longer the game goes on, the higher difficulty goes. So if we don't find perfect, teleporters right here at the bottom. Every map you go to, there's a of course it's Magma Worm again. Every map you go to has a couple different positions that the teleporter can spawn at. Luckily we found it pretty soon on both the floors we've been on so far. But sometimes it can be a real pain in the ass, and it can confuse you, and you won't be able to find it for a couple minutes, which really amps up the difficulty pretty quick on the game. What I'm really trying to find right now is, because I want to try the Huntress. I've never tried her because I haven't unlocked her yet. I really want to get monster encyclopedia entries, and what that is when you kill a monster, they have a low % chance to drop a entry in the monster encyclopedia, and when you get 15 of them, which I have 13 right now, you get the Huntress as an unlock. And the cool thing about the Huntress is she can move and fire at the same time. See, because like Acrid and the starter character, when they attack, they stop moving. Well, the Huntress, she doesn't move when she attacks, or she gets to move while she attacks, which is pretty OP, honestly, because then it negates the problem that most of the characters have, which is when they stop moving, they take a crap ton of damage really quickly. So the Huntress is good in that aspect, where she can keep moving and she can negate most of the damage. So healing is not as large of a priority for her as it is with some of the other characters. Like right now I have no healing, so I need to be really careful of how much damage I take, because I could easily find myself in a situation where I die super quickly. And I need to not let the Magma Worm hit me, because that would be very bad. So Agar is really cool in the aspect of he can lay down his acid right here, and anything that steps in it gets damaged. He's a very AoE based character. Most of the characters aren't that way. Most of them Most of them, they just they have like single targets, and they have usually a piercing attack. Acrid's my favorite though, because he has the most AOE. Because his like his number 4 skill, which on the on the bar is the very last one. He has a like an epidemic attack, so it spreads to enemies. He has his acid attack, which he lays down on the ground, which makes it very easy to kill a large pack of enemies very easily. So like if most of the enemies were on this platform right here, what I could do is I could drop, oh fuck, I might die again. Well, I could drop the AoE and I could just chill on this ladder right here if they were under the ladder, and they would take a lot of damage because they'd always stand in it, because they'd always try to be below me. Lensmaker's Glass is really nice for Acrid too, because it affects his AoE as well. So whenever I drop my acid, it has a chance to do double damage to every enemy that it stands on it, which is super OP because he already kills things really quick, I think, and that just makes the clear speed unbelievable. So I have this game for the PS4, but I enjoy it on the PC much more, because I enjoy the way that it plays on keyboard instead of controller, because it's I think it's very difficult to play it on the controller, because I could never really get the hang of my skills on the controller. It just felt really unnatural. And on the PC, it takes a little while to get used to, but it's much smoother than the controller playstyle, I think. Some people may disagree, but that's just how I feel about it. Hang on one second, let me get up here. Another thing you want to do when you play this game is you want to make sure you don't spread out, you don't move a whole lot when you activate the teleporter, because what that does is what we're running into right now. All the enemies are very spread out, so it's hard for Acrid to really shine on this, because I have to keep backtracking and I can't get a lot of enemies at the same time, which is mainly my fault because I was moving around a lot. So we just got 2 healing items, which is really nice, because now we actually have some self-sustainability, which is a big issue with this game. If you don't get healing pretty quickly, then the game can be very challenging for you. Damage is also important, but if you can't, because it's about the same really, because if you can't kill, you're gonna die. If you can't heal, you're gonna die. So you need to have a nice mix of both. And I don't like to do the artifacts, because you can find artifacts and you can make like the items you get from bosses only drop chests, and then you can choose what you get in the chest. But I like the random component a little bit better, because it is in essence a roguelike, and it's supposed to be challenging. And you don't want to just steamroll through, because you can choose every item tailor-made to your character. I mean, that has a place too, but I just think that the randomness of Risk of Rain is more enjoyable to watch. At least when I watch Risk of Rain, I enjoy it more when it's the random and not tailor-made to whatever you want. So some of you might wonder what YouTube channels I enjoy watching. If you have ever seen Shiny Rayquaza, he has a YouTube channel. I enjoy watching him. I enjoy watching. Let's see. I enjoy watching a bunch of Binding of Isaac. So I enjoy some YouTubers that play that. I've never really watched too many streams, because I'm usually at work most of the time when streams go on, so I don't get a chance to catch them a lot. But I do enjoy watching the occasional stream every now and again. I may be streaming in the future, so if any of y'all are interested in seeing me stream, just let me know. I'll try to put my Twitch name in the description if anyone is interested in that. Bundle of fireworks is really good. So whenever you open up a chest, you get fireworks come out, and what that does is any enemy that is near it tracks it. So it's really strong when you have a bunch of money and you can just open a bunch of chests then you can pretty much steamroll all the enemies. Tough Times is awesome too. So this is becoming a pretty good run already because we have a pretty good amount of damage from Acrid already, and then we have the gasoline canister, which when an enemy dies they drop more AoE in the form of fire, and we have some healing, and we have crit glasses, and we have a bunch of missile upgrades so far, so it's shaping up pretty good. Alright, let's see what the third level brings for us. Sunken Tombs. Okay, this is one of my least favorite maps. I don't enjoy the way it plays because half the map is underwater, so you when you jump you come down really slowly, and it's annoying in the aspect that you don't really have as much control over your character, and like this it just floats down. I don't really enjoy that, but up top there is a section that's not underwater, which is where we really want the teleporter to be, ideally, because sometimes the teleporter will spawn where we started the level at, and that's annoying because then you're always underwater, and usually your boss spawns underwater too. So it's kind of a hit and miss of this map, I believe, in my personal opinion. The bosses on this level are usually quite easy though, because you either get a big golem, which is really easy for Acrid because he has the AoE, or you get a wandering vagrant. So wandering vagrant's what we got, and I enjoy the wandering vagrant. I'm pretty comfortable with it, so we shouldn't have too many close calls or anything. The crabs are kind of annoying because they're really strong, and that can be annoying if you run into them because they'll do a lot of damage very, very quickly. So let's just try to kite these guys back and forth and see if we can't die, if we cannot die, because no one wants to end a YouTube video in 16 minutes. It's not very fun to watch for anyone. If you play Risk of Rain and you're wondering how to unlock Acrid, I'm sure everyone already knows, but this level there is a chest at the other end of this platform that I'm on, and if you go up to it and click it, you'll have to fight Acrid as a mini boss, and once you defeat him you unlock him in the normal game. So I have most of the characters on the PlayStation 4 version. I don't have as many on here because I just got it a couple days ago. And then I decided to stream it, or I decided to make a YouTube video on it, which in hindsight may not have been the best idea because I don't have much variety to choose from with my character selection. But hopefully it's enjoyable for y'all to watch, because I'm really enjoying actually recording it. Actually, I'm a little I haven't really done much. I don't have much practice talking to myself and talking into the microphone, so this may not be the most cohesive set of commentary that you've ever heard, but I hope that regardless of that you can still enjoy what I'm doing and everything. Oh, that's an amazing upgrade. Okay, so that is the nematocytic nozzle. I probably butchered the way that says, the way that's pronounced, but it's a use item, and it unleashes the Wandering Vagrant's special ability. So you get those balls that come out, and they're really strong, especially if groups of mobs are packed together. It'll do a whole lot of damage to them. Awesome, we got a monster log. One more monster log until we get to use the Huntress, which I'm very excited for. I've seen YouTube videos of people playing her, and she looks super strong. And Wandering Vagrant, boom, dead. This right here, this is a drone. This is a laser drone, it appears to be, but I don't use drones very much. I just try to do most of the damage by myself. They're really helpful if you get enough of them. You can get items that increase the strength of them, or increase the healing they do and stuff like that. But I just prefer to use the class the way it was designed. So like with Acrid, I like to do a lot of AoE damage and stuff like that. but it is a very fun playstyle if you can get into it. Like the drones, they're really strong if you get enough of them packed together, and you can usually steamroll stuff pretty quickly if you get enough of them. But the strong ones are pretty pricey, and it gets hard to get enough of them to actually sustain enough damage to finish the floors and stuff. Alright, one enemy left. Okay, so with these are random, so you can get any item in the game. So what you want to do is you click it and you press escape so you can see what it was. And if you don't like that item, you can undo it and wait a couple seconds, and then you can get a different item. And there was, we got Rusty Jetpack, which is very nice because it decreases gravity and it makes you able to jump higher. See, I can jump much higher now. It's very handy when you're on a level like this one, when you need a little bit extra jump height to get to just streamline the process. We got Soldier Syringe, which is very nice for Acrid because his #1 skill does poison over time damage. So if we can stack up a bunch of hits, we can also get the DOT from his poison, and it can make the game much easier on us if we get enough attack speed. Attack speed's not really what I'm worried about with Acrid. I like the Fireman's Boots, which wherever you walk it leaves a little trail of fire, which is essentially, if you get that, the gasoline canister's high enough because all the items on here stack, so they have either a higher chance to work, like the missiles right here, or they get a higher damage. So which all that's very useful. Okay, so we've cleared out this floor, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go back and we're just going to grab chests, and that's an item. I don't really want to use that item. Oh well, I didn't get anything useful from it, so we'll just go ahead and go to the next floor because there's not really many more chests left to get, so on to the next floor. Hive Cluster. Okie doke. This is kind of an annoying map to work with because when you pass through one of these vines right here, it slows you down, which is rather annoying. Especially if there's a big group of There's big groups of mobs down here. It can get really dicey sometimes if you slow down, and you could potentially die from getting slowed down. We're gonna use that on that character because he's annoying. He's an elite mob. That's what the yellow over his health bar means. He's elite, so he does more damage, and he is usually stronger than the base level mob you can find. This is a health shrine, so basically what you do is you can use it, and it uses some of your HP, and you get a reward from it instead of money. So it's pretty nice if you have a bunch of HP stacked up, but we don't have that many, so we're not going to play it too many times. Import Overlord. He drops a pretty unique item once you kill him. Sometimes, what it can do is it can give you an imp buddy, which is pretty nice. Okay. Alright, let's get the AoE going and the epidemic spread, and we'll use this to hopefully take out some of those birds because they're annoying. See how amazing that item is if there's a bunch of mobs near you. Alright, that was pretty good. We cleared out most of the mobs really quickly right there, which is super helpful. Oh, we just took a bunch of damage really quick. Come on, don't die. Don't die. It'd be embarrassing to die on camera. I don't want to do it. I want to beat the game. I doubt it'll happen, but it'd be nice. In some of the dicier situations, I may get kind of quiet, but I promise I'm doing my best to try to talk. That's probably one of the hardest things. To play in the game while talking is not very difficult, but actually just finding something to talk about and continue to talk is the most difficult part for me. Hopefully y'all are enjoying this so far, because it is rather hard to do. I think most people ooh, don't die, 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 no, 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 no. Oh, don't die, don't die. Okay, okay, we're gonna stand here for a minute. We're just gonna get some health back because that was rather close. Luckily, we have increased health regen from Mysterious Vial. It's not the largest amount of health regen in the world, but it is better than base regen. Base regen takes forever to get any health back. Okay, info reward, pretty easy. Okay, the guy I'm most worried about is not the boss. It's gonna be that guy that, oh, fuck. It's gonna be that guy over there, the elite mob. Because we can take care of the info reward pretty quickly. If we can just get him to cooperate and stand where we want him to. That was not ideal use of Acrid's AoE skill, because when you use Acrid and his AoE, you want to use it on a flat piece of land. That way you can get the most out of your and most distance out of your use of it. But we didn't really have an ideal we didn't have an ideal place to put it down, because if we were too far over, we were going to get attacked by the elite mob, and then we have a chance to get KO'd pretty quickly. Let's just take out this guy real quick. Make life a little easier on us. Oh, eat it, eat it. Okay, so whittle him down slowly but surely, just to avoid the combo punches he has right there, the old 1-2 that he's got for us. And he's almost dead, so this was not bad. We had a pretty close call, but it happens in a game like this. Ooh, tough times is awesome, especially for this guy over here, because he's going to be doing quite a bit of damage to us anyways. Okay, let's go ahead and I also want to avoid that guy at all, if at all possible, because he does a crap ton of damage too. Okay, he's taking a bunch of damage, so let's just let him sit in our AoE for a minute. I'm kind of taking the cheap way out of this, but it's okay. I don't get anything if I die, so I might as well just be a little slower at it and make sure I don't die then faster and ruin this video that I got going. So how have y'all had a good Monday? Today's Monday when I'm recording this, by the way, so I hope everyone had a good Monday today. I didn't have to work. I have a really weird work schedule, so I was off today. But hopefully if you had to work, it was a good day. Hopefully if you had school, it was a good day. You had good classes, you enjoy your classes, stuff like that. Because life's too short to just like not enjoy what you do. So like you need to enjoy your job, you need to enjoy going to school, stuff like that. I know it's way easier said than done, but hopefully everyone's managing that pretty well. I enjoy my job kinda, my day job. Not this. This is a hobby that hopefully pans out for me, but if not, I'm not trying to get rich off of it. I'm just trying to enjoy myself. I'm a injection molding technician. Maybe y'all probably don't know what that is, but it's a decent job. It's pretty good for how old I am. Most people my age don't have it. I'm only 24, so most of the time stuff like that's reserved to people that are in their 30s or 40s, because they've had a chance to be exposed to it longer and stuff like that. But I got pretty lucky. When I was in high school, I had a chance to do an apprenticeship, which is I got paid for all my college. But I went to school for mechatronics. No one knows what that is, so don't feel bad if you don't know what that is. Basically, it is the study of electrical, mechanical, hydraulic, pneumatic, and stuff like that. And I have a degree in that. I should have went and got more chess. I didn't even think of that. But anyways, I have a degree in that. And it's okay. it was basically designed to be an ultimate maintenance man degree, basically. So like you can work on everything, but it didn't. That's not what I enjoyed doing. Like when I worked at the last job, the place that paid for my schooling and stuff, I was a CNC machinist, not like a maintenance man or anything. Which I enjoyed being a CNC machinist. Well, actually, I wasn't a CNC machinist. Let me rephrase that. I was a tool and die maker at my last job, which I really enjoyed. I didn't enjoy the atmosphere because double meat nuggets. That's nice. I didn't enjoy the atmosphere. It wasn't very healthy. It was very toxic, and it made me feel bad about myself all the time. So I looked for a different job, and I stumbled across a really good situation at my current job. They knew I was an apprentice at my last job, and they told me they were looking for people in the younger generation, because where I work, they have a bunch of people that have been working there for like 30 to 40 years. I mean, they've been there forever, and they're getting ready to retire, most of them. So they need someone from a younger generation to fill the gap, because they've not really done a good job grooming people for the jobs. So that's where I came in. They told me, they were like, "Hey, so you think you can do this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did it in my last job." They were like, "Oh, really?" And I was like, "Yeah." They were talking about maintaining the molds that I used to build at the job prior. And they gave me a chance, and after I did that for about a year, there came an opening for a injection molding tech, and I had done a little bit of that at the job before, where I'm at now, and it fascinated because it was difficult, and I wanted to I have this urge to be good at whatever I try to do, and oh fuck, this is getting pretty hairy. I'm probably gonna die right here, so this may be the end of the video, but I'm gonna try my best not to. But anyways, I try my best to be good at everything I try to do, and they saw that in me, and they gave me a chance to learn a skill and stuff, and it's really nice of them to do that, because they didn't have to take a chance on me, but they did. So I'm very thankful that I found the job that I'm currently at. This is looking pretty hairy. Ugh. I'm about to rip right here. I can see it. Oh, did I just take out all those flies? Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna hang back for a second and try to regain some health real quick, so I don't just die from these mobs here. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop this here. Oh, I died. Fuck. Alright guys, well, that was my video for today. Hopefully you enjoy it, and I'm gonna get this up on YouTube as soon as possible. If you have anything that you can tell me that might help me with commentary or with recording or gameplay or anything, just let me know. If you have games you want to see, let me know in the comments below. Thanks everybody. This is Rhino, signing out.